All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is to get a real handle on the budget tech market.
And we're doing that through one really interesting piece of hardware.
Yeah, the LG 27U631A-B monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why it caught our eye. It is a 27-inch QHD monitor for just $150.
I mean, that price it's the whole story.
It's everything. A few years ago, that would have been completely impossible.
Absolutely. It just shows you how dramatically the market has compressed in 2024.
So the big question for us and for you is, what do you actually get for that price?
Mm-hmm.
Is it competent, or is it just, a bunch of cheap cuts?
Right. Are we talking about real value here?
Okay, so let's unpack that $150 benchmark. What kind of specs are we even talking about?
Well, this is what's so disruptive. For that price, you're getting an IPS panel.
An IPS panel.
And it's 2560 by 1440 resolution, so that's QHD, about 108 pixels per inch, it's genuinely sharp.
Wow.
Plus, you get 99% RGB coverage and, maybe most importantly, 100 hertz refresh rate.
And that 100 hertz, that's kind of the quiet hero, isn't it?
That really is.
It makes everything from just scrolling a web page to dragging windows feel noticeably smoother than the old 60 hertz standard.
And you get all that in a clean, three-sided borderless design. I mean, on paper, this thing really competes with monitors that were selling for $250 not that long ago.
Okay, but there's always a catch. And here, I think we found it's where the marketing, well, it runs right into the laws of physics.
You're talking about the USB-C port.
Exactly. They advertise it as this great single cable solution. You plug it in for your display and for charging.
And it is a single cable solution, but, and this is the huge but, the power delivery is only 15 watts.
15.
Just 15. And you really have to understand what that means. A modern laptop, whether it's a MacBook or a Windows machine, it needs, 45 to 65 watts when you're actually using it?
Right.
So 15 watts isn't charging your laptop, it's just slowing down how fast the battery dies.
So that whole promise of single cable conveniences, it's just undermined completely.
Totally. It's a detail the marketing team hopes you just gloss over.
The bottom line is, you will still need to plug in your main power brick anyway.
Yep. No way around it.
Okay, so the power situation is a bust. Let's talk about performance. How does it actually feel to use, say, for gaming?
For a budget panel, it was actually better than expected.
Really?
Yeah, it uses features like dynamic action sync to cut down input lag and a black stabilizer that brightens up dark scenes without washing everything out. It works surprisingly well.
But that 100 hertz refresh rate is a hard ceiling.
Oh, absolutely. If you're a competitive esports player chasing 240 hertz, this isn't for you. This is, like we said, a competency panel, not a competitive one.
And speaking of compromises, we have to talk about the stand.
The stand. Yeah. It only offers tilt adjustment. That's it.
No height, no swivel, no pivot.
Nothing.
That fixed position is the guaranteed friction point, isn't it? If you have to use the stock stand, not being able to adjust the height that's a tough pill to swallow.
It is. It might even force you to buy a monitor arm down the line, which kind of eats into the whole budget idea.
So after all that, what's the final judgment? What does this all mean for you?
Well, the sources conclude that the hardware it's deeply competent.
Competent, there's that word again.
It delivers legitimate QHD performance. There are no hidden disasters as long as you go in knowing about that very specific 15-watt USB-C limitation.
It really does set a powerful new benchmark for what's possible.
I think the real value of this deep dive isn't just about this one product. It's about the timing. It shows just how far budget tech has come because of this market compression.
Okay, so for you, our listener, here's a final thought to chew on. Given that $150 now buys you a sharp 100 hertz QHD panel, what's next? What's the next expensive feature that's going to become standard on budget monitors?
That's a good question.
Will we finally see, say, 65-watt USB-C charging become the baseline? Or maybe a fully articulating stand? The market is moving fast, so keep questioning what's truly worth the money. We'll see you in the next deep dive.